California State Correctional Facility. This call and your telephone number will be recorded. To deny charges, hang up now. To accept charges, press 5 now. If you do not wish to accept any future calls from this institution, press pound now.
Hello everybody, welcome to another episode. I have a crew of 4 of us on here tonight, so had a good time. Typical nonsense, just talking random cards. So seems like a few of you are enjoying it. Had a little bit of feedback, appreciate that. If anyone wants to email to us, you can reach out. We are it's ebonhandmtg@gmail.com. So send us your questions, your thoughts, your nonsense. Obviously, that's right up our alley. So one other small disclaimer. Somewhere in here, you'll hear me talking Sentinel and how I thought transmogrification worked with it. And then if you listen long enough, Jason corrects that does not work the way I expected it to. So that's why we invite somebody that understands magic and the rules. So when you hear that and you rush to eBay to start buying all your Sentinels, give it another minute, and then he'll correct me, so you can understand how it actually works. So hope you all enjoy it.
We had such a crazy game of Magic today. I keep thinking back on that. I'm playing Wrath of God, and he was playing All Hallows Eve. And it was just like, and I mean, I gained life from Divine Offering, Spirit Link, Swords to Plowsharing, my own 6/6, and then you had like gained life from Diamond Valley. So there was just like, man, it was so crazy. That was such an insane
That was
game.
an insane game. Yeah, I mean, see, I got you at first, but that second one, you were about to deck yourself too, because I would just come back and then I would Subin doppelgangered your trike, killed your preacher. Then I had 1/1 counter, so all I had to do was get like another turn, and I could just like copy a Sarah, and it'd be a 6/6, and then you'd Wrath of God. Yeah, I was trying everything, man.
I think Personal Incarnation died twice, so I actually had lost half my life total 2 times in one game. It was just so bizarre, man.
Game 1 though, and that was epic.
It was, dude. I was paying James Day Tome through Energy Flux, spending 6 a turn to draw 1 card.
Yeah, well, I got you with what? Not the crab. What was the crab? Yeah, what's his name?
Deep Spawn.
Deep Spawn with a Howl from Beyond, and High Tide, right?
High Tide. It was for like 30.
Yeah, double High Tide, Howl from Beyond off of Deep Spawn. You did not see that coming. That was, again, how Garfield intends this shit to be.
I knew I was gonna die. You played double. You attack with me, and I'm like, okay, I won't block it. And you just tap it and played 2 High Tides. I'm like, I'm so done, dude. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Good, yeah.
That's
but then the other game, I like High Tided, did a High Tide, then to recall, brought back Mahamodi and a doppelganger, played them both, and you just Wrath of God it again. It was so like just could not get ahead on that game. That was a good one. That was real solid Magic.
And it was funny because like Mahamodi seems to be the craze right now, and
yeah,
Personal Incarnations 1 power more, dude.
Must be nice to actually get to play Magic.
It is. It's fun, man. You should. You need to get out and do that more often.
Try it every now and then. I work with a bunch of I don't know, organs, I guess.
They probably listen as big as our podcast. Let's not say anything disparaging against your employees.
Your
fellow.
That's probably true.
All right. Well, welcome, guys. We're like episode 4 or 5 or something, whatever. I've already lost track. So, but I have been having fun. I guess before we get into any current topics you guys have been seeing out there, anything that you wanted to talk about?
Lord of the Rings show starts tomorrow. I'm excited about that.
Yeah, that's pretty legit. I'm looking forward to checking that out.
I kind of want to watch the what is it? The new Game of Thrones
Yeah, it's
show?
not bad. I've been watching that.
Have you been watching it?
Yeah, well, I saw the first 1.25 episodes or whatever, but yeah, it's pretty cool. It's got the old Game of Thrones feel. It's pretty good. It's the prequel, and they got like 12 dragons.
Yeah.
So it's like 4 or 5 times better than before.
That was like that show. I loved that show, and then it was so terrible when like at the end, and so I didn't know if I wanted to start it back up.
You say that. I mean, I loved when they freaking she just sets the dragon loose in the city, just tells it to burn everything and like never stop. It's so cool. I mean, that's just, it goes on and on. It just keeps burning. Like, it's just like everyone's dead. No, keep burning until the walls are dead. Like, that's the stuff that like kids are afraid of in their life, you know? It's like, that's why everyone is terrified of dragons. I like that. I finally, got to see it in real life. But just, what happens if you piss a dragon off and it never stops? It just like for 3 hours, like, doesn't it run out of that fire stuff? No, it just keeps spinning. It just, no matter what you do, you're not going to tire it out. It's got endless Red Bulls. It's just, yeah. I thought that was cool. Anyhow, I was good with that. And then the zombie dragon was pretty sweet too.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it was pretty cool, but I don't know. I think the story.
Hey man, it's the best we get these days.
Whatever. This isn't a Game of Thrones podcast.
I did just finish up another batch of the Four Horsemen, and man, they were fun games, man. This time they like no one was on the obvious decks that I played. So, quick story, yeah, like I was playing against this guy from France, and his accent was so thick I couldn't understand what the heck he was saying, and I'm pulling off like the miracle win. So, what's his name with all the tokens? God bless.
Hazion.
Yeah, so I play Hazion. I bounced it with Caracas. Replay it again. So I got like 14 Sand Warriors out. I've got the Sword of Ages. He's on a mono red, like Sisters of the Flame deck, and I'm just destroying. So I swing in with like all 14 warriors, like five die. The rest get through. I sack the Sword of Ages, like sack Hazion, or I didn't sack Hazion. I sacked everyone else. And I'm like, oh man, so yeah, good game. I'm just talking to him. And I didn't understand that he was trying to explain that he had a fissure in his hand. And I'm like, I'm assuming he's got nothing. I'm de-cyborging. I've taken the Eureka's out of my deck. I've done everything. And he's still trying to interrupt and tell me like, hey, I'd like to cast Fissure on. And I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, yeah, you cast Fissure on Hazion, all those tokens die and you win. I guess I couldn't even play it out. Like at that point, I'm like, I don't even know what happens.
Dang.
It was definitely a language barrier thing. It was pretty funny, but it was cool to get beaten down by Fissure and Sisters of the Flame and stuff. So, yeah, they were cool games. Oh, we'll see. I mean, they still have to do something. They need a point system or whatever. I ended up talking to that guy for a while. He was like, somebody just full proxied like 4 tabernacles on planes, and the guy was pissed. He's like, they didn't even try. He just wrote on a Sharpie and built this whole deck, and it was all it was all proxy. One didn't even care, and this is nonsense. And then he lost a bunch of like moat, and so he was real upset with enchantments and the Four Horsemen because there's like no way to get rid of them. But I played Einstein, and that was kind of wrecked some folks. So the Presence of the Master was good because they guy tried to play Blood Moon. I'm like, no, you can't. That's countered. What? I'm like, yeah, it counters all enchantments. But the only thing I came up with that I recommended, I said, is after you play an enchantment, it should become an enchantment artifact on the field. And there's like a billion artifact removal spells in that format. So now you're like, who's really going to go hard on the Abyss or the Moat or something? Because everybody's rocking removal for it. And even running shops is kind of like tricky because now everyone's going to be running a ton of artifact removal. I think it'd be a cool way to run it for a month. I mean, you can't cast them off workshop, but anyhow, we'll see. It's kind of cool. I think they got somebody new taking it over. I did get some promo Urnums, which are pretty cool. They sent me a place of those, so it's a fun format. I will be curious to see where it goes, but
it's a bit about the kind of my hesitation with getting into that. I was expecting like a whole bunch of Workshop Abyss moat, just kind of the same set of stuff. So it's like I'm gonna wait and see how it pans out. Let them get it figured out a little bit.
I ran 4 Ironwood Tree Folk, 4 I mean, just it's like all artifact enchantment hate. I ran nothing from what you call it, Arabian Nights to prevent City in the Bottle. It was just like all like legend. It's basically like a Legends deck. It was pretty sweet. It was ready for the meta anyhow. I'll give it that.
Yeah, I've seen that maybe doing 4 Horsemen Pauper. Also, could be like a format, and there's some pretty good commons, but that keeps away stuff like the Abyss and stuff.
Why can't we throw like Fallen Empires in with that? Why is because 5 Horsemen isn't a cool name or what?
Yeah, that's just a different format, I guess.
All right, well let's move on. What do you guys? We got some cards to talk about tonight. Who wants to go first over here?
Earthworm, dude.
Earthworm.
Your first time on the podcast, of course.
We have to talk.
Yeah, let's all welcome Earthworm Jen over here.
Yeah, I'll talk about Arena.
Dude, I've been playing this card and I love it.
Dude, that card is highly underrated in my opinion. Like I play green. Green is my stuff. And I love creature decks. So if you're running mana dorks and fat creatures, like Arena is perfect removal. Even if like so me and Brian had a game. And I forget what he had on the field, but it was way bigger than what I had. But I had a lethal swing, so I put my Birds of Paradise in the arena, and his one creature had to go in the arena, and I used it to tap it down and swing through with the bigger guy and berserk for win. So I mean, it's universal, man. It's a good tool.
Well, it's so universal because you can do it at any time. Your creature can already be tapped.
Play it in any deck.
Yeah, so like I'm into like you attack with a Sengir, and then once he's tapped, now you arena him, assuming they don't have anything bigger than a 4/4. It kills something. Now it's a 5/5, and it's still attacking. It's still got to deal with it. So you can wipe boards out. I mean, it's really cool with like Sorcerer's Queen, and I mean how you can swing with the ball lightning after it's done, kill something. You can kill things on their turn, like with your tapped out stuff. Yeah,
I've used it to get rid of what is it, Ali or Ally or whatever his name is.
The Ali from Cairo?
Yeah, I had a stale board state with a guy at an event, and that was like the only card keeping him alive. And I just got tired of it and finally drew into Arena, so I put it in the Arena. That's how I got rid of it.
Yeah, it does a lot of stuff. Like now it's only good if they have creatures.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I'm struggling because I built some like 3 arenas and like I had Uncle Esteban and some things like that in there and obviously Singer seems to be my favorite, but and then they didn't have creatures and I had nothing to fight against and it was kind of a worthless land.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
it's
depending
almost
like
a sideboard card in a way, but man, it's cool when it works.
I mean, like depending how creature heavy you are and like what build you're running, I'll substitute like a factory or something in its place for a one of kind of deal.
And it taps it. I mean, you can run it with Royal Assassin. Just tap their thing down, some walls or reincarnation. You can reincarnate the thing that you'd kill.
That's cool. I just bought 2 of them.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Evil Eye of Ormsbagor. I love that card, and every time I see somebody play it, they're like, "Yeah, man, I made a cool spicy deck with Evil Eye and I won." I'm like, yeah, because Evil Eye is good, dude. It's a 3/6. It's unblockable, and then you usually throw it in like a control shell because you're not running much stuff else, and that is a good card, and it's so good with Arena. It's got a freaking 6 defense. And well, the other thing I was running it with was Candelabras. So you can get double. I had it in a Mana Flare Candelabra deck, so you could you could really crank out some damage on that thing. That was a kind of a cool build. But yeah, I think it's a good inclusion with like Evil Eye because it'll just wipe stuff out. Sorceress Queen, really good because you can just make their crap a 0/2. And that's a pretty solid win condition too.
I really think that this card should be in the sideboard of like mono green decks, like you said. Like, I mean, I've played like you just like if you can fight with Urnham, it's just insane. Like using Urnham in the arena or even Spitting Slug. That sounds dumb, but Spitting Slug can like fight factories and stuff. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I actually picked up a play set of Spitting Slugs after we played.
The card's
I was
so
like,
sick,
okay,
dude.
a highly underrated Spitting Slug.
Dude, the Slug's nasty. Yeah, it's like the perfect Mishra's Factory counter.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
good.
dang, that's cool.
Tap down decks like with Meekstone. I got it in that Meekstone Kismet deck. I put one of those in there.
Oh, Kismet.
So
yeah.
when you finally play your freaking Sarah, I'll just fight it against an elf or whatever, and now it's forever tapped.
Man, if you're playing Giant Growth, it makes the cards even so much better. I really like it, like you said, in green. I just want to play like 2 of them in a green sideboard deck with like Giant Growths in there, and maybe the Wily Wolf. Just being able to always pump bigger seems really good. That card seems so funny, the Brine Hag, man.
Brine Hag. If you want the serious spice points, you arena fight your Brine Hag against their creature.
Wow.
The Brine Hag's gonna die. They get a 0/2. But they can't reverse it, I don't think. I think it's forever a 0. Yeah.
Yeah, use a
effect
counter.
lasts indefinitely.
Yeah, unless they bounce it or something.
That's super crazy.
Yeah,
The
that's
Brine Hag's incredible.
Brine Hag Arena is is a spice prize waiting to happen for somebody.
Dude,
like, who wants to enter the arena? Oh, we found this old bitch out here on the rocks.
She's sitting on a giant pile of trash and floating in the ocean.
Yeah, I just pulled that card up to check out the art. I've always liked that card and never played it.
The art, yeah, I don't know.
Here, I just had a cool thing. So, what about that card?
Is that really a woman? It kind of looks like a man. God, that's
a hag's like a witch, I think.
Why is she so ripped? She's been at the gym a while, I guess.
I mean, she lives on a rock in the middle of. I mean, of course she is.
Swimming,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make you hard. That's a good point.
Dude, check out this though. What about in like Disco Troll? Because it's like, okay, let's say I use disc and then I have a troll still. Now it destroyed everything. But then if you play a creature right after I disc, it just feels bad, you know what I mean? So like you can just always be able to kill 3/3s. You can kill factories, which like Disco Troll has a problem with like with factory. I'm just thinking like
creatures in arena is really good.
Just doesn't. It's like a card that doesn't die to disc. Arena doesn't die to disc, so you can play it in that deck, and it's just like a universal. You can use it. Like if you're gonna kill me, if you play a Lord of the Pit, I can just all right, Arena, Sedge Troll, Lord of the Pit go in. All right, I'll regenerate Sedge Troll. Tap it. It's like a Maze of Ith at that point. Will-O-Wisp. Yeah. You can just like Will-O-Wisp with it and just always. Oh, that seems sweet with disc.
Yeah, Arena's just a good card. I mean, honestly, I didn't even know that it was legal until we had that Concordant Crossroads event. I didn't know any of those media inserts were like I said, were legal in Old School. So that was.
There's a couple of them, but Arena's the only good one, I think.
Yeah. So there's really not a whole lot like bad to say about Arena. It's just a good card. If you're running,
the only bad that I can think of is you got to pay 3 and tap to use it. So
yeah,
I mean that is a thing. But like I said, in green, if you're running all the mana dorks, like what's 3 mana when you got 2 birds on board? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, because it's basically a removal spell.
Yeah.
And so that you just get to keep using over and over again. So
yeah, man.
I don't think 3 mana is too big of an ask.
I like that it can't be countered.
Yeah,
you're not casting anything.
And your creature can be tapped, so you can attack, pass the turn and then fight something. You know, if it took some damage or whatever you like.
I'm sold, dude. I think it's a sideboard card, though. I think you're crazy if you play it in your main board.
I've been putting one in, and it's. I mean, I don't
Maybe
know if that's
one.
right or not, but
Well, for our
today,
meta,
yeah,
our
you get a
meta's good.
freaking personal incarnation with the spirit link on it or life. Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, I can't fight that. You'll just take the damage and gain the rest of the life. You know, it goes horrible.
Yeah, maybe I should play one of those on my sideboard with
Yeah,
personal
you probably
incarnation because I can
should.
kill anything. Yeah, nothing's going down.
Yeah, personal incarnation can just wreck something.
I don't know, like if you think about the matchups that it's good in, it's pretty much good in anything. If you're playing like a big creature deck, I mean, it's going to be good in anything where the opponent's playing creatures.
Yeah,
Or
so,
factory.
opponent has to have creatures. That's about it. That's the only real stipulation.
I mean, this seems to me like one of those things that you keep in the main board, and you sideboard out if you're up against control or something like that.
So that's kind of what I brought up to factory. Like you see, I'll run 3 factory in some builds and have like 1 factory in the side, 2 swap out with arena. Like if they're not running creature stuff.
Is Arena good against the deck? Not the newest version of the deck that plays Sarah and Mahamodi, but the version that just wins with Factory? Because they can't counter Arena. So now you can kill their factories with a card that can't be countered.
If you gotta have a creature,
you gotta have a creature.
You just have to have a factory.
They're gonna sword your factory, they're gonna
true.
disenchant your factory, they're gonna
But you could like play a creature knowing that
break
it's
the
gonna die.
factory up
with
and
this. You could just be like, okay, like I know this creature's gonna. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it sucks. It sucks against the deck, I guess. I just figure it can't be countered, like you said, dude. That's true. It might be all right against control. It might be okay. I do like the book insert. That's the dragon. I've always digged him. He is like he's like a baby dragon, but he has
a little baby dragon.
With
It'd be kind of cool in a Cabal Ghoul deck because you could kind of like throw things against each other.
Yeah. Purposely have your own creatures die.
I really love Ball Lightning with it.
Yeah, that's crazy. You can kill anything. It costs 6 though, but yeah.
Costs 6.
You have to do it in that same turn. Gauntlet of Might deck. I don't know. You have to play a lot of mountains in that deck.
Good call, man. I've been jamming into all kinds of stuff. So
yeah, it's really good.
All right, well, let's move along here. What else we got tonight here?
What I forget what Jason said he was going to talk about. Oh wait, that's my card.
No, you can't forget what Jason's talking about.
Oh really?
Lich.
Yeah, sick. Yeah,
Mr. Lich.
Yes, it's the greatest. So we want to talk about this right now?
You know, I suppose.
All right.
I've always thought he was like wearing a bathrobe. This is a cool game. This is a cool meme. This is cool.
Yeah, that's right. That's you Google Lich. This is what comes up, man.
I love it. So,
wow.
All right. So if we want to talk about Lich, I guess we can talk about Lich. So Lich is kind of like Tackle Maggot. Lich was one of these cards when I was a kid. I saw it in an Inquest magazine, and I was just like, "Holy shit, what is this?" Because it costs like four black. You know, it's just like this is the blackest fucking card. In old school, I guess. But what? So I guess what it does for those in the Netherlands that aren't watching this on YouTube, when you play it, it's an enchantment. It costs 4 black, and when you play it, you lose all your life. And then whenever you gain life, instead of gaining life, you draw cards, and for each point of damage that you suffer, you have to destroy a permanent. And then eventually, if you take enough damage, then you eventually have to sacrifice Lich. So the big drawback on Lich is if Lich is destroyed, you lose the game. And so
that's a decent one, yeah.
Yeah.
But nobody
So-
plays Disenchant, so you're cool
Yeah,
there.
nobody would dare disenchant Lich. So anyway, this card, I don't know. I just think it's cool. You can build. There's like, I don't know, one type of deck that I guess you can build out of it. I mean, the most obvious combo was like to use Lich with Mirror Universe. And then it's basically you've got them, during your next upkeep, they're just dead.
Yeah, I've definitely seen that done with Eureka, which is a pretty cool Eureka build. I was looking around for some other Lich. I mean, this is kind of the classic Lich. I think you got Abyss, some Dark Heart of the Woods, avoid
Dark
Fate
Heart's
to
like
make
the
sure they don't
best.
destroy it, and then you can kind of go to town,
Right.
stacking Forest, drawing a bunch of cards. You got Control. I don't exactly know how you win. How do you win this? I guess Mirror Universe, right?
Mirror Universe.
Yeah,
but
Mirror
like
Universe.
Dark
But
Heart of the
so-
Woods, Fast Bond, Lich is like the combo, right? It's like you play a land, you sack it, get 3, draw 3. That's the combo.
So what what it does, because even if you Eureka and let's say you Eureka and get your Lich down and get your Mirror Universe down, they've got a turn to react to it because you can only sack your Mirror Universe on your upkeep. So you use your Dark Heart of the Wood and your Fast Bond to you'll tap your land, float a green or a blue, whatever you're needing, when they eventually disenchant or tranquility or whatever. And then you just basically can start drawing your entire deck and float a shit ton of mana and either counter it or avoid fade it, whatever you need to do. And
Yeah, he's got a fireball in here. You can, burn them out that way. You can mirror them.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's a really cool card. It reminds me a lot. I know this isn't talking about old school, but there was another card in Scourge called Form of the Dragon, where you basically turn into a dragon. Lich just turns you into a Lich, and it's I don't know. It's just a really unique card. It's cool. I like it.
So the best way to play Lich appears to be an alpha. So if you don't mind selling everything you own, you can build this deck, and you might even win a game. You never know. But this maniac, he's got Throne of the Bone, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Rituals, Drain Life, I believe, are in here.
No, there's no Drain
No,
Life. Those
it's
are all
just
Dark Rituals.
rituals.
Those are all just Dark Rituals. Well,
All
this guy's a
just
psychopath because Drain Life is pretty good with it.
Yeah, but I mean, who needs Drain Life when you can just basically draw your entire deck and Brain Geyser in for?
Yeah, so Throne of Bone in Alpha, you can activate
Any number
X.
of times, right? Yeah, this
So
is true.
every Dark Ritual is an Ancestral Recall.
Yeah, that seems pretty good then. Yeah. So you get all these Dark Rituals. So, I mean, I guess if things go well, you turn 1, Lotus, Lich, Throne of Bone, Ritual your entire deck up, and then hit him for Brain Geyser at the end of that. That's pretty sweet, man. That's almost worth the house.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to I get this post from somebody who was the madman that made this. I want to find his name. I've always wanted to make this, but I don't know. I wish that it was in revised 4D because so this would be I think one of the coolest revised decks. But Lich is only in unlimited.
Yep.
I did try to play it fair in a just with like Drain Life and shoot, what's the good legend that gains you life?
Yeah, dude, Swamp King. I was like,
Swamp
yeah,
King, yeah. So I
you
mean, I
tried to
did
play
kind
it.
of build that deck, and I had some life gain in there and stuff. I don't think I ever won a game, but man, it just it felt like the potential was there. I'd finally get the Lich down, and then gain 2 or 3 life and draw 2 or 3 cards, and it just wasn't quite enough, and then I'd tend to die. But I do love it. I wish there was a little something else to do with it, or some way to I don't know. There's no tricks to really pass it to your opponent. You can't, chaos it over there or anything like that. But
yeah, yeah, like you said, unfortunately, it's one of those cards that it really narrows you into playing a very specific type of deck. And if things go sideways while you've got a Lich in play, then it really starts to go sideways because you have to start sacking your permanents.
Yeah, the one lightning bolt, right? It's like you
Yeah.
play Lich and they bolt you.
Yeah, you're like, that sucks. Yeah, I think it is really cool. Really, it's another thing, kind of like the tackle maggot. I'm drawn to cards that are like top down design, that kind of thing. And so I think it does a good
dark and nasty, yeah.
Yeah, well, I think it does a good job of like explaining the story, right? Because like, what is a Lich? A Lich is basically like a wizard that's put his soul into a like an artifact, and so basically, when you throw this down, you're dead. You have 0 life because you're undead. But whenever you take damage, you're sacrificing permanents, and it's kind of like the opponent destroying all of your stuff, trying to find
That's
the
cool.
phylactery, right? That your soul's in, and eventually the last thing that they find is going to be that Lich, and you die. So I think it's really cool. It's really flavorful. It's just a cool card.
The deck photo we shared was of a guy named Jewel Mick. I did want to give him a shout out because this deck is.
I'll play Mick. Yeah, he's got everything, man. He's an alpha king.
Yeah, Joel Mick.
He's actually a good dude too.
He was a what was it? He was like an early playtester dude for Wizards.
Yeah, he was an early playtester. I played against him in the finals a couple times. I think I Plague Rats when I was doing Alpha 40. I think I got there with Plague Rats and maybe my mono red deck that was like a dozen fireballs and lightning bolts, and it was pretty nasty. But yeah, he's got them all. He's got like every freaking card too, so that doesn't surprise me.
Unfortunately, they changed the ruling on the Throne of Bone, and like all the artifacts that you can pay, you can only gain 1 life. But they said that they would make an exception for Lich decks. So in Alpha, you are like if you play Lich in your deck, I guess you can still play Lich with Throne of Bone.
See the printing error that's on Alpha? It's got those lines on every one of them coming off the mana symbols. So that's how you know if you got a beta clipped one or not.
I guess the only other thing is, just to go along with the card, not that anybody cares that's listening to this podcast, but they did fix Lich in the set Dominaria that came out like, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago, something like that. They printed another Lich card, and it basically did the exact same thing, except they added hexproof on it. So it couldn't be targeted. So they had to, if they wanted to kill you, they had to do it the old-fashioned way.
Was it called like Lich Plus or Giga Lich or something, or
Giga Lich? Yeah.
Shoot, I can't remember. I can't remember.
Fuck my Lich, I think is what it was called.
But it was so cool when it came out in Dominaria, and it like, I liked the original Lich so much that was like my standard deck back then. I built this janky ass like Lich deck in standard at the time. It actually did pretty good. So I don't know, it's fun. But that's my card. Cool. Lich, love it. I don't own any copies. I need to buy some, but it's just to do anything with it, you need to have Eurekas and like all this other shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we'll get the alpha ones, man, while you're at it, because that seems to be the best option, really.
Yeah.
If you don't mind getting. What's up with this website? Plug up 195 and a TCG player for an alpha one. Shut up. So annoying.
Yeah. Which they're not as expensive as I thought, because like I actually started looking at them last night. I was like, maybe I'll buy me some Liches, but
I got collector's edition ones. I'm pretty sure is what I'm at.
Yeah, I think you can get the collector's edition ones for like $50. I think unlimited ones maybe like less than 200. It's not bad.
I don't. It seems really
Dude,
high.
If you win a game with that, though, you get some badass bragging rights.
Yeah. I would like to build the deck. It's just the Eurekas and the mirror universes and things like that are that's a big ask for a deck that probably ain't gonna work.
You can
Yeah.
borrow them. I got some. You can borrow.
That's true.
This is why Steven's quiet. Check what he's working on.
I gotta
You're
clean it up.
That's sick, dude. Just painting right now. I like the stamp right in the middle. That's super cool.
That's what I gotta clean up. It kind of got messy
Dude,
at the top.
you could make Ernum hanging on the gin in the front, flicking you off so easily. Look at that hand.
Oh, that's perfect for it.
Yeah, he's flicking the middle finger, dude. That's sick, dude.
You can win it in ante.
Ooh.
Oh man, yeah, Jason had some good ante the other night, man. We got to get together and do that again some more.
Yeah, dude, I'm ready. Like I never get to play Magic, so I just want to play.
Man, same. So I started
Like-
being back on the road for work, and I went to a couple like card
I didn't see
shops like on the road, and it's like a shame.
Yeah.
So it feels so bad walking in there.
I just want to. I don't know. Let's just end this cast. Sorry, Netherlands, and let's just play some Magic.
It's about right. Next week, right? Can you guys all make it Thursday?
Yeah, I can make
Yes.
it.
All right, cool.
I think so.
Yeah, I still got to figure out how to alter 3 jeweled birds that I lost fucking lava tubes. God, that was.
That's right, man.
Yeah,
I
I figured out how to do most of the altars, but I lost 3 jeweled birds, and I need them to be in a like a full collage, all 3 together, somehow to commemorate lava tubes. Because we played all night. I talked shit on lava tubes forever, and then he just wrecked me with it, just over and freaking over. And I'm the dumbass. I play. What was that cauldron where you could just
Cauldron, Storm
replay it?
Cauldron.
It was like the greatest Storm Cauldron card that I'm playing for you. And oh god, it was brutal. Just got beat down, and finally the last game, I finally win one, and I win the lava tubes off of him.
Dude,
So-
that was a good fucking game too.
It was good too, man. Yeah, we were like, I played diminishing returns like 4 times or something. Like the 4th time twister, my deck was down to almost nothing. I'm counting. I'm like, all right, yeah, I can crack one more time.
Yeah.
All I need is that disintegrate. And man, that was a good time. That was fun.
Yeah, that was good. Like I wasn't sure if it was actually good games. Like the next day, I was like, I don't know if those games were really that good, or if it was just the fact that I was like 8 deep in those bourbon barrel ales or whatever.
Oh, that made it so much better, dude.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Was
Oh,
that game
that's what made it
before
fun. Your
or
wife's
after
like,
the
"The
shit
kids are
talking of
asleep."
lava
Shh.
tubes?
It was after.
After?
Shit on lava
Yeah.
tubes all day. Dang, them bourbon barrel beers, dude. That's like the drunkest I've ever been,
Oh
dude.
Dude,
my
those
God.
things sneak right
They
up
will
on you,
sneak
man.
up on you, man.
Was it worse than the Kumite?
Me?
Oh.
Oh, I puke all the time. Yeah. Yeah. That was way, dude. The bourbon barrels are way worse. Yeah, I could at least walk at Kumite. No, that was, dude, those things are so strong. I've like poisoned myself. I think the last time I drank a bourbon barrel beer, man. Those things are nuts.
Yeah,
It is the perfect anti beer, just to kind of.
Yeah, but I got I got a binder set up with like to put all the anti cards that I win, people alter and stuff like that. So man, I'm ready.
I did that too. I got a little binder.
Dude, that's what I got going on.
You got the big
Somehow I'm
binder.
reintroduced.
Yeah.
The jeweled birds I've been putting back in because they're kind of cool to keep recirculating.
I got a whole flock of birds from Brian over here.
I lose a lot, but I usually lose birds.
The flock, dude.
Dude, my deck was not. And Jason was lucky as shit, dude. I have a
Oh,
full grip
no,
of 7. The hypnotic would take out the 1 card, the 1 bolt, the 1 whatever. Then I got 1 fireball. I just need to pass it. Oh yeah, let's get that fireball out of here, and then I
So
proceed
I,
to discard 7 more cards the next turn. Oh, just all night long.
Shit's
I
called
took
skin.
I took a box of bulk on the road with me, like traveling for work, and I slapped together this real quick, simple-minded commander to like play Magic. You know what I mean? And I put a dib in there. What I didn't look at was it was the one I got from you. So I played it in front of a bunch of these kids, and it's holding this big black dong. And I was like, yeah,
Oops.
yeah.
My bad.
No, we was laughing our ass off. But I didn't even catch it. I just thought it was like a bulk card in a box. I was like, oh, here it went.
My favorite story is Jason was selling cards and sold a card on TCG Player without realizing that there was a penis drawn on the card.
Yeah. It wasn't one penis, it was two penises because it was Mirage Mirror. So it's like a Minotaur looking in a mirror. And
Yeah, he had a real
the
small one,
Minotaur,
but in the mirror it
Minotaur
was
has
massive.
a little teeny dick, but the thing in the mirror is giant. I was like,
It-
what in the hell?
That was from when we were doing like chaos. What like
I
each
have
after
no memory of where the hell that came from. I was just
Each-
dying laughing, dude.
each round we for our sideboard we'd open a pack.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, I remember that.
Look what I got today, man.
Dude, I got him in the mail too. He shipped them out. Yeah.
Skateboard cards for the Thrash Bash.
Yeah,
So-
skateboard cards, dude.
Skateboarding card game. So we're gonna crack those and see who has the best trick to go first.
He's got the sickest trick on the card, dude.
He's got the sickest trick.
Yeah.
All right, hey, I'm gonna pass it to you. I gotta step out for a second. I am. I got a small project. I'm refilling the hot tub, and I need to
nice.
make sure it's not overflowing. So I will be right back. But you guys take it from here.
Hey, we got Manabarbs.
Yeah,
you
dude.
guys both making it to the Thrash Bash?
Yeah, I'm going. Yeah,
I'm
for
going.
sure.
Yeah.
That's gonna be awesome.
I'm still a maybe.
Okay.
I'm out for work in I'm actually in Indianapolis for like Monday through Thursday. And
What,
then
next week? Or that? Oh, never mind.
that the week before the Thrash Bash or whatever.
I'll probably
then-
be in that same area if you want to try to play some Magic while we're over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be up around like Noblesville, Indianapolis.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm not going to be doing anything, so I'll hit you up. But yeah, I don't know because like I'll be traveling back on Friday, and then that's a big ask to be like, hey, honey, hey, kids, and then fucking leave and whatever. But anyway, Manabarbs.
Yeah, dude, I just chose this card because it seems like it seems like it does so much damage, and I've never like ever played it. I've never seen anyone ever play it. Is this card good? I don't know.
I think it is. I played it. So I had I don't know. This is about a year or so ago. I was like, I'm just gonna build the most aggressive fucking red deck I absolutely possibly could, and it was just like goblin grenades and all the burn spells, Manabarbs. What's the card that you like discard a land and deals 2 damage to somebody?
Yeah, Land's Edge.
Land's Edge, and it was just like all that stuff. And Manabarbs did pretty good.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking like a white red like aggro deck, like pink weenie or whatever, but then like play this over Armageddon. Because I just think this card, like, I feel like you can recover with Armageddon with Moxes and stuff. But I don't know, like, if you're playing James Day Tome or something like that, like, dude, this card is just gonna burn through. And I also think it's kind of interesting with like Circle Protection Red. I don't know if that's like if you just like main board Cop Red and pay 1 and then prevent all the damage for it. That seems kind of sweet. I don't know, this card just seems really good, dude. And I've never seen anyone play it.
Well, I've seen it in like sideboards for like against control decks if you're on the creature or aggro side of things.
Okay.
And then I've seen it like in some ATOG builds with like a Winter Orb.
Okay. Yeah, I could see Atog. That would be pretty sick because you're playing all the artifact mana in that, dude. Dang, that's a sick deck. You could even play Felwar Stone. Like, you could go that hard. Like, all 5 Moxes, Felwar Stone, and just, like, not even use your fucking mana. It's like Winter Orb so strong in that. Dude, that might be the best version.
The only
It
thing
was pretty good, man. Like I played against it like a few times, and it was tough because ATOG's so out of nowhere at times. You know what I mean?
Dude, yeah. I was thinking with, like, the Land of War Elves or Birds of Paradise or something too, but I kind of like the artifact mana more because it's in red and it's with ATOG. Dude, I'm thinking hard on ATOG right now with that. That's super cool.
Yeah,
Dang, I like that.
I always wished it cost one less mana. Sometimes, like when you're doing like an aggressive thing, 4 is kind of
It's is it? I think it's kind of the red Armageddon in a way. It's really attacks lands, dude. This card seems like it could do. I mean, if you're playing aggro and you're playing Fireball, maybe you play this instead because tapping 4 mana is going to do 3 damage with a Fireball. Tap 4 mana with this card. I mean, you're going to hit hard your opponent super hard. What about like Earn 'em and Burn 'em and like you side out Earn 'em to play this to bring this in against like Control or something?
I think it depends on your build, man. Like you already got the Burnham side of it, but like it's kind of
Right.
like I was talking about arena and stuff. Like if you take your big Earnums out, I mean it's iffy. It's all how you build around it, I guess. But
I'm kind of so man. I don't know. Is there anything better than the ATOG version? I was thinking Pink Weenie, but dude, this is way cooler.
ATOG's, I don't know, man. That's been the best thing I've seen it in.
Yeah, man. All that artifact mana, it's completely insane. And you could actually get to 4, like you said, Jason. If you play all the artifact mana, if you're playing Felwar Stone, like you're going hard on ramping. Dang, that's so super cool. Dang, okay, what about that card that taps all your opponent's mana? Like
Mana short?
mana short, Manabarbs. That's pretty sick, dude.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty cool version too. I don't know. What do you think, Dad? I kind of was thinking this is almost like a red version of Armageddon. And then Steven said play this with all the Moxes and then play ATOG. It seems really good.
I've had to play around it before that, and as it's they run with smoke, but the other ones they run with, or
Smoke is for creatures. They can only untap 1 creature.
no? What's the other? There's something else that I've seen it run with. Um,
I don't know. I've never seen anyone run this. Where did you see these decks at? Because like I've never seen this card ever, and it does so much.
I dwell in the gutters of old school.
Yeah, this is
like
this is the
boring
gutters.
old mana. Yeah, Manabarbs. Duh, everybody runs that. No, you do damage if you don't tap your lands. What's that one called? For untap lands.
There's a card that does that. For each untapped land,
Yeah,
they take.
Power Surge.
Oh yeah, Power Surge. Yeah, that is what that is. Yeah, I know that card. Yeah, why didn't? If you're playing both of those, you should be playing Cop Red probably, right? Like main board.
He's just looking
Yeah,
for
I
a
mean,
reason to splash
or
light.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, but I mean, like Cop Red, you're still taking damage.
you get activate one every time, and every time you tap in a land, you take a damage. I don't think that works.
No. Copper Circle Protection Red is for the remainder of the turn. When one source would do damage to you, it's reduced to 0.
So it allows you to tap out your lands, I guess.
You have to. I'm pretty sure Cop Red, all the cops, you have to pay per.
Yeah, I think
source.
it's the next time a source.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's preemptive.
Oh wow, you're right. Yeah, this is. So
Yeah,
you
it's a
really,
tough one, man.
you're
That's
really
a
gonna
tough-
want to. Now I guess Circle Protection Red works with Power Surge because it does all the damage at once. But Manabarbs, it does it one at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, you have to just like win faster. Like you
That's
just have to
why.
win faster.
Yeah,
That's
why
crazy.
something like ATOG or something like you wanted an aggressive build where the whole point is just to beat the shit out of them as fast as possible, and you don't really care how much damage you're doing because you're going to get them to a point where they can't stabilize because if they try to play a big creature or something like that, it's just going to kill them. So
I think that's like one of the benefits with the ATOG, because by the time, even if you go like mid game, late game with the build and you've got your moxes and stuff out. So the guy I played against that was running red and green. Concordant Crossroads was out. He played ATOG, just sacked all his moxes and berserked the ATOG.
Dang.
It was pretty good.
Concordant Crossroads ATOG, sick. I don't like where my mind went with this Manabarbs deck, because I kind of went way too competitive and I wanted to be casual, because in my mind I'm thinking play 12 burn with like blue red and then play ATOG and Serendib. I'm like, okay, this deck is like super spiky and you probably don't even need to play just and then you
Yeah,
just
it's
cut
just
Mana
it's
Barbs
the
at that
12
point.
bolt that like half of Summer Derby played, but you just replace lions with Manabarbs. Right?
That's
Yeah,
going to
that
be
deck
the
is
deck in the
not.
Netherlands now.
Yeah, that's you probably just you just cut Mana Barbs and play Lion instead. All right, well I want to find like a cool way to play this card. I don't know, I never see it played.
I mean, you could tap out for something big and then throw Simulacrum. I'm just trying to think of what you would throw it at.
Yeah.
Doesn't even let you regenerate the creature.
I do like the Mana Short. That's pretty cool. That could be funny.
Yeah, just hardly run any lands. I mean, just barely run
That's
lands.
you can play Felwar Stones and all the Moxes, right? And if you wanted to go super heavy work, you can play like workshops and then just like artifacts, like sushis and stuff. Not care. Like if you take one for a workshop, that's really not much. But you definitely can't play City of Brass.
Sucks
Maybe
against
you play
Arena.
it with Ivory Tower, like a slow deck.
I'd play it with Winter Orb and Blight.
Blight's sweet, dude. With Skull of Warm. It's like keep getting it back.
Yeah.
Who's tapping that land, dude? Just gonna get destroyed and do one to you?
Yeah,
No
leave
one's
it
Yeah,
tap
so
tapping
you
that.
that
lose
land
your
ever.
land,
Like,
it gets destroyed, run Winter Orb, they only untap one, run Icy Manipulator, tap down the one and blow it up anyway.
Oh damn! Wait up. Can you use does mana? Do you take one every time an Icy Manipulator taps their land with Mana
Yeah,
Barbs?
yeah,
but you
you take
take
Yeah.
one
one,
too,
they lose the
sure.
land and take one.
Well, you play artifacts. You play like workshops and like Moxes and Felwar Stones to get out Icy Manipulators to tap
Right, yeah.
their
You just
lands.
tap a Felwar and activate the Icy and
And then
tap
they
their
take it.
land. Might
Is
have
that?
blight on it, might not.
Yeah, I don't know. The Blight is a little all in because you're also playing Sinkholes at that point because like Sinkhole is just a better card,
Yeah, but
right?
there's another artifact that contributes. It's the 4 mana, what is it, the egg that when a land enters their graveyard, they
Oh,
take 2 more
Dingus
damage?
Egg.
Dang,
You
okay.
talking about the Dingus Cup?
The Dingus Cup, man.
We were there, man. We did that event.
Yep.
We ran the Dingus Egg event.
So at that point, they're taking 3 damage, only untapping 1 land and losing a land.
I mean, you probably took 4 to play the Dingus Egg and then another 3 to activate your arena. You already did.
Yeah, it's like a
4. I guess arena is the worst card with this. You gotta spend 3 damage plus the 4th when you tap arena.
yeah, damn.
4
If you guys are
damage
all
just to
playing
play
arena decks,
something.
I'm gonna play Mana Barbs, dude.
Yeah,
Shut you down.
Manabarb is the sideboard tech against arena. You heard it here
Yeah.
first. Yeah. So when arena shows up everywhere, you just start loading them sideboards with Manabarbs.
I guess I just don't understand. It seems like it should be built around more because it does so much, and it's not something I see ever. So if anyone, I don't know. I wanted to bring it up. I feel like the other cards I'll bring up in future podcasts, I'll have more to say about it. I just kind of wanted to know if I was missing something.
Dude, I've got weird creature cards that way. Like, I love creature decks, and I feel like Wormwood Treefolk does not see enough play.
That
I
card
love
hits
that card.
hard.
I ran
Yeah,
that
it's
in
like
4 Horsemen, man. That was my card.
it's kind of like the Green Sarah Angel, 5 mana 4/4.
Yeah, I ran the Wormwood Treefolk and Ironwood Treefolk. Both.
Yeah,
They
like
were beasts, man. I started just like laying crap out. I mean, I was
Oh yeah. Well, that's like that little like wizard format. It was the 3 sets. I don't remember what 3 sets. Fallen Empires, the Dark, something else. Like I ran
this is
black
man.
green in that, man, and it was killing. Like it was doing good.
forget what tree folk that was.
Argothian tree folk.
Argothian, yeah, you're right. It was Argothian that I ran.
That card is
That
cool.
was pretty good against the shop stacks.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, what is it now? Like, your trike does nothing to it. Because they would like all plan their blocks around like killing it afterwards or whatever. I'm like, no, damage done by artifacts is 0.
Yeah, you had pixies
Wait, what?
too.
I'm like, yeah. So
Yeah, you had pixies too, and then you said you didn't even play that much against artifacts, which kind of sucks.
well,
Right?
I had one kind of artifact heavy deck was pretty good though.
A lot of decks play sushi, I'm sure. Just like throw it in there. It's a good creature.
Yeah, I think it's still mana burn, but
Yeah.
as all games should. All right, you want to hit the last one?
Yo,
Let's do
this
it.
is wild.
This is my boy right here, the Sentinel. I feel
That
like.
artwork.
Hang on. Does anyone know what Sentinel does? I'm just going to clear that out. Not Eric. Either you guys have any clue what Sentinel does?
So if it blocks, its toughness is 1 greater than the power of whatever it blocks, and if it attacks, its power is 1 greater than the toughness of anything blocking it. Is that right?
No, it's always what you said first, but that's pretty damn good.
Oh.
Yeah. So the star in the lower right corner is 1 when cast.
Okay.
While
Yeah.
blocking, you may
yeah,
choose to make star equal to 1 plus the power of that creature. So, all right. So you said Eric's like, yeah, Sentinel's a good card. And you said no one ever.
yeah.
It's a Legends rare for $10. Holy shit.
I
Dude,
know. I want to run an ante, but I don't know that it's worth it.
Yo,
But
it's a Legends rare. That's crazy.
But so all right, so here, bear with me a second. So there's a lot of things you can do with it, and I know everyone thinks I'm insane or whatever, but
All right. Let's hear it. Put on your boots. This is getting deep.
all right, for one, they have to have. You need to be running maybe Abyss to get rid of flying creatures, because flying creatures are bad, right? But once you get rid of the flyers, you can run Gravity Sphere, whatever it might take to keep it on the ground. So now, whatever it blocks, no matter how big it is, it's going to block it, right? So that's kind of cool. It's like an indestructible wall. And then the most fun you can have is adding this with a transmogrification. Okay, so you switch target creatures' power and toughness are switched till the end of the turn. All right. So whenever you alter our buddy Sentinel, so all right, let's say you got a Sarah Angel. I attack with Sentinel. You block. Sentinel becomes a 1/5.
Yes.
You activate Transmogrification, makes it a 5/1. Then you activate its ability, it makes it a 5/5. Kills the Sarah Angel and is forever a 5/5.
Dude, I was confused by it today.
I know that's confusing, but this is
I had
how
to
it
think
works.
that one out.
Yeah. So all you need is so now you just 1-for-1 them. You cast 1 transmogrification, burn their creature down, but now you're left with a bigger creature. Now, if you want to get real spicy, you go green. You run like Pendlehaven because it's a 1/1. So usually it's swinging with like a 2/3. Like, oh man, I don't want to take 2. I'll go ahead and block this thing. Now you giant growth their thing. Let's say they got a
So wait, hold on. Let me just
yeah.
back up for a second. So if maybe I'm wrong. So in your example, Sarah Angel blocks, you transmogrify, right?
Yeah.
Turn
So
it
at
into
any time you can spend
5/1.
0,
Right.
and his toughness becomes whatever their power is +1 indefinitely.
Right.
So all right, so you put Sarah Angel in front of it. I block, spend 0, make it a 1/5.
But doesn't Transmogrify say that like any effects that alter toughness now affect power? And
Yeah,
power
I'm going to
defense.
flip him. But so he's already an indefinitely a 1/5, right? So I
Right.
could just bounce off of Sarah all day long.
Right.
But for the I don't know what the new. So once he's a 1/5,
Yeah.
it's an instant speed thing. You flip those two. You
Now he's-
activate his ability one more time, make his defense a 5 again indefinitely, and now Sentinel's a 5/5.
But when you activate that ability the second time, you're altering his toughness, so so transmutation makes that
No,
altering
you
his
switched
power.
him.
Right, you switched him and turned him into a 5/1, but then effects that alter power alter toughness instead, and vice versa.
Oh wow!
So
Maybe I
when
didn't
you
see that.
yeah, so when you alter his toughness, it's just going to alter his power.
So he's going to continue to be a 5/1.
Yeah.
Oh man!
But transmogrification's flavor text is different though. All it says is one sentence: switch target creature's power and toughness until end of turn.
Yeah, that's what. There we go. Yeah, the actual Oracle
Oh,
text.
okay.
Yeah, they did kind of correct that. Okay, that's right.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Eric.
Yeah, that clears it all up.
Got you.
Sweet. Okay, so yeah, that's awesome.
Now, if you want to get like really funky with it, you run a green deck that's running Pendlehaven. You played your 1/1 Sentinel, so you're attacking with 2/3s or whatever. Freaking all right, like yeah, I'll just block with my damn Savannah Lion or whatever. You giant growth the fucking thing. Now he's a 5, which makes him a 6. And he's indefinitely that big. If you can giant growth and transmog, flips him huge. Or you just run gravity spear and in a Diamond Valley deck. And what do you do? Swing your ball lightning, just like, all right, I'll take a 1/7, then I'll sack it later, gain 7. Goes really well in Abyss.
Yeah, it's just an artifact creature, which sucks because it's just easy to kill. But he's easy to kill with spells, but like impossible to kill with creatures. So
It's
it's
impossible with creatures if you can keep them on the ground. So if you're running like a gravity spear or raging river or something, or give him flying or something like that, he's pretty damn cool. He's tough. I mean, he can take anything. He's a indefinite wall. They can still attack. He's not even a wall.
I'm contemplating swapping out the juggernauts now and that red
Right.
green.
Yeah, you swing a juggernaut. He's a 1/6. Next time I'll swing back, flop that around. He's ball lightning. He's still alive. He don't care. Yeah, the transmog is very critical. Really, it helps. I don't know what else is really good with that, but yeah, that seems to be kind of the big clutch move on it.
I guess my whole problem with Sentinel, I guess, is like he's a 1-star. So if you're attacking with Sentinel, just like no blocks, and
Sure.
you're just
So you run that in a freaking bloodlust deck. In worst case, they your freaking bloodlust your opponent if he does block and make your freaking defense huge.
Sure.
Or like I say, with Pendlehaven is good. He's a 1/1, so you can swing in with a 2/3 off Pendlehaven.
Yeah, bloodlusting your opponent's creatures with Sentinel out's really sick. Because you give it, it'll kill any creature. Well, not anything, but stuff that's like 5 defense dies.
Yeah, so you just give theirs +4/+1, makes your Sentinel's defense 5, and he kills their thing.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. It kills Arnhem. You can kill Arnhem with the Sentinel.
Yeah,
and then it's pretty interesting. And like it's just that it dies super easy. I play Disenchant so much that I'm like, I played Disenchant and Sarah Angels. I'm like, this thing doesn't fly, and I just disenchanted if you played Gravity Sphere. I don't know. I'd probably just disenchant the Gravity Sphere, honestly.
I think the truth is you just run an abyss
Yeah.
because it's gonna kill. It's gonna kill Sarah. It's gonna kill all the flyers. I mean, I don't know what artifact is left. You know, you got to deal with the abyss. So you got a trike. You block with the trike. He becomes a 5. He becomes a 5 defense. I mean, I guess you can take 1, hit them for 1, hit them for 5. They can shoot it back. But if you do happen to have the transmog, they don't see that coming and just wreck them.
I think it's cool for like control too. You can just it's like a wall that just blocks everything. I don't know, it's like the wall of air better though, like the blue flying 1/5. That's probably the best like chill out wall, right?
I don't know.
They
Wall
can't
of
attack
Swords is
with it?
pretty good.
Which one?
Wall
Steven?
of Swords.
Yeah, Wall of Swords is solid.
I actually just picked up one the other day. I saw there was some alpha ones that were almost reasonably priced. There was one for like $100 and he was beat to hell, but I'm like,
Did you get
alpha
that alpha?
uncommon. I didn't. No. I got a beta one for like $20. I feel like this is good with Arena.
Yeah, dude.
3-5. They're sitting there. They can't attack into it. In the turn, you just fight their shit. Just burn it down. Throw a crusade on the board. 4-6. Nothing's happening.
I almost like the veteran bodyguard more though, dude. I mean, it's kind of the same thing, right?
A Lou Ferrigno?
It's Val Kilmer, dude. Yeah, he looks sweet.
Why is he wearing a collar? I don't
Dude, the
understand
collar
the collar.
makes it so much.
The collar is where it's at. Like that's, he's shirtless in like a freaking frozen mountain range. Don't care. He's still sweating.
He's in the mountains because he's like stopping the goblins. That's the mountain in the background, like just basic mountain. That
Great
card's sweet.
bodyguards
Dude.
are hard to find, mainly because they don't live long. This is back when flavor text was good.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
dude, the spiked collar is so good on him, man. Dude, he looks like the hair he's got too. That's kind of the style right now, right? They have like the
For
dangly earring.
who?
That like teenagers. They
I've
wear
not
like
seen a teacher with
dude,
gray,
once
with a
I said
gray
it,
short
you'll see
afro
now.
and
They
an
got like a
eye patch
curly
that says
afro up
spike
on the
collar.
top, a collar, dangly earring, dude. I'm telling you.
That's Lola's boyfriend right there.
Oh no.
No, I'm kidding. They broke up. Poor
They
13-year-old
broke
and her boyfriend for almost a week.
up.
Tough
Ouch.
days.
Dang, there is a freaking alpha wall of swords for $100 right now. I think
Yeah, that's the one I've been keeping my eye on. It's kind of cool. It's beat to
it's
shit.
beta.
Oh, it's beta.
He
Yeah.
says it's alpha. Yeah, dude. Don't buy
Yeah,
that.
it happens a lot.
Don't buy that one. Yeah, they're $300 if you want an alpha one. I was like kind of a good looking one's like $550. No.
Yeah, I mean a good wall deck is a lot of fun. Like we mentioned, we should throw it out there or not, but keep that deck under wrap or not. But we were talking about doing a wall ride at the Thrasher event. That was pretty cool. I don't know, man.
Wall of Fire, and then like Gauntlet of Might, and then like Anime Wall, and then kill somebody with a wall ride.
Oh man, that's
living the dream right there.
Yeah, dude. Wall of Fire is nasty though, dude. Plus, he's like a freaking. I mean, why not just play Baby Dragon or whatever, Dragon Whelp? But if you kill somebody with that, man.
yeah. Some missions of their Sentinel, man, you can make that thing huge. Anyone here ever played a Sentinel?
I played in my EDH deck, like old school EDH.
7 points once.
Oh, did you? Nice. All right, cool.
Yeah, that's a good singleton card for sure. Because there's not 4 disenchant in singleton.
No. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, shit. Only 1 shatter, 1 disenchant. That's solid. That's a really good singleton card. Dude, that's actually a good idea. Like, just to be talking about our show like on the podcast, but we should do it. So maybe a singleton podcast sometime. Some cards that are better in singleton because that format seems pretty popular. You play that a lot, don't you, Steven?
I did, man. It got to be too much with work obligations, traveling and stuff. But I enjoyed the time I spent playing. Like I played 6 or 7 months every month, and it was great. It was a good time. And I think
Nice.
somebody else took it on too. Somebody else, like in US, is hosting like some 7 point stuff now, like Neos or something. Like New England's got a 7 point thing going on.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, I think that's a good format. Real solid. Yeah, and I mean, just being able to, I do think that like restricting on how much power you can play makes like such better old school games. Like it's so hard for me. Like I don't like to play blue in every deck, so I don't. But like I should, you know. And in that format, it's you don't have to play blue in every deck, which is nice.
See,
Well,
all I got left, I did get an email from somebody. I actually sent an email in to, hang on. What the hell am I doing? Sorry.
yeah, we have a. You got what's the email called? If you guys want to send us any mail, we'll read it.
Let me just double check, make sure I get it right. Yeah, so if you guys want to send email, I think it's ebonhandmtg@gmail.com.
Yeah, send us
So
deck photos. We'll talk about them. Send us anything.
ebonhandmtg@gmail.com. So all we got was this poor bastard that had an old friend that I don't feel like this is working. Hang on. Something wrong. I'm going to share the correct email. Sorry. There we go. Yeah, so this poor guy, he loaned some unlimited dual lands years ago, and then his buddy heard that they were worth a lot of money, wants them back. I mean, what kind of advice do you give this poor dude that you know?
Hey, dude, I loaned you those 4 unlimited lands a few years ago. My buddy told me they're worth a lot. He said they tap for blue and red, and they are expensive. Give me a call. I need those lands back. Hope you aren't stealing from me.
Hmm. Any advice for this poor guy?
Dude, that guy is not going to give back those old blue-red lands.
Yeah, I think you
Nah.
get out some Pokemon cards and you give him back those or something like that, or like give him these skateboard cards or something like that.
Give
I
him like
think
an
it's just
Ice Age
like
one or something like
the
that.
change
Like,
of the times, man. Like I gave so much shit away the last couple of years, and then looking up prices, it's like, oh, Maze of Ith is $30 now. All right, just like everything old school is kind of climbing slowly back and up, down, up, down.
yeah, you can just get real depressed if you think about all the stuff that like you could have done or gave away or bad trades. It can be
Yeah, and that
depressing.
was the thing, man. Like I found old school when I was out in Cali, and I bought in at a reasonable price and gave a lot of extra stuff away. Then look up the price later, like son of a bitch. But so hopefully they're being put to good use.
Hope you aren't stealing from me. I
No, no,
mean,
no, no, bro. I mean, what do you tell the guy? You just tell him you lost them. You don't have them anymore, or whatever, right?
I
I
don't
mean,
know,
no one,
dude.
no one
I don't
hangs on to
know.
unlimited volcanics. He's just out of luck.
Now here's the thing. I would borrow cards, and I think I mean maybe I would forget to give them back to him or something. But at a certain point, like you gotta be in your mind thinking like there's no innocent. Like he did steal from you, dude. Because like every time he's building a deck with blue red, he's like, oh yeah, this is my boy's dual land right here. Still haven't given him back.
Yeah,
I
I
think
mean,
there's
I
definitely
feel
still.
bad though sometimes because I got some like, I got some good deals on like a lot of the alpha from friends and stuff like that. But like, it's worth so much more than I paid. But like, do I really feel bad about that? I mean, can I
No.
be responsible that you sold me your Alpha Chaos Orb at a reasonable price and now it's worth 3 times that? I mean, I don't know. It was like that was the day, that was the deal, right?
I think it's kind of
Uh,
like where it's going to. Like I've gave some cards away that I was fond of, but it was like extra cards I had sitting around. But I know the person I gave them to like is actually playing with them, so it's like good to see them out there in the wild rather than chilling in a box. You know what I mean?
What I'm thinking about this email is everyone thinks that they have higher quality stuff than they really do, and that he doesn't have unlimited volcanic islands,
no,
and that
yeah,
they're
they were
actually
probably freaking mountains and islands, what they were. They were like some fourth
yeah.
edition mountains and islands.
It's probably
This
not
guy
even.
don't remember.
It's probably like new Magic cards. Like, dude, I used to have a dual land. I did. Like, he's like drunk at the bar. Yeah, I had a dual land. It was blue and red. It's probably like the new one. Like, comes into play tapped.
Had
Adds
a
blue
Black
red.
Lotus pedal thing.
Chivalry.
Man,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
so
Lotus
cool.
petals.
And then the guy's like, look at the price on unlimited blue-red lands. And then he's like drunk texting the guy, like, dude, give me my lands back. He's like, okay, bro. Like, this is what you gave me, worth 1 cent. I don't think he had volcanic islands, is what I think.
Yeah, all right, I agree. All right, well, let's hope we get some new emails for next week, next episode.
Yeah, seriously.
Try to do one every 2 weeks, anyhow.
Yeah, I like the emails. That was cool.
I do want to talk Cube with you sometime, Steven. So I know you made one or whatever, and I got some sweet. I've been buying sign cards. I got an Lauren and this Whispers of the Muse today. That I don't know. It'll blank out, but
That's
pretty
cool.
sweet. I pulled that deal on eBay.
Damn.
Those Quentin Hoover signatures are hard to come by.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, so I try to keep everything signed in my Cube, but man, Cube's fun as hell. It is so fun.
Oh yeah.
I do like you.
I just added a couple nicer cards to it last week. I got a treachery, bribery, couple things.
Have you had a chance to play it yet? You just built
No,
it,
not
right?
yet. Man, I've been on the road like for
Yeah,
weeks.
you work too
Yeah.
much, man. In the same boat. Stop working and play Magic, I guess.
It sounds like you guys just work and play Magic. So.
Well, we did that today, man. Yeah, I was just like, man, insanely busy, got no free time. Fuck it, I'm gonna play game Magic and got beat down by a goddamn personal incarnation after like 50 cards drawn to the deck. I mean, that was great.
3 Wrath of Gods, man. That's
Through Wrath of God, yeah. Like High Tide, Brain Geyser, draw a shitload of stuff, you know.
Dude, you had a
matter.
counterspell one game though. I had played all 5 Moxes. I had like 1 land out and like no cards in hand. I just drop a balance on like turn 2. And you're like counterspell. I mean, dude, that was just like
That was a good
about to
counterspell.
be. Balance is too much. We've been talking about.
Counterspell's also too much, both of them. Yeah.
So we're talking about, we're playing Tupac rules, and then like Library of Alexandria just gets kind of.
I drew a shitload of cards in the library.
Me and you, but like every game we've played with when we're playing 2 strip mines, it seems like we always one of us get library, and like
But
that
we
is a
need
problem.
like Biggie rules, right? Didn't Biggie kill Tupac? I think
Okay.
Biggie rules should be basically the Tupac rules: no mind twist and no library. It's gentleman's Biggie.
And no balance. 'Cause
Gentleman's Tupac. No, balance is cool, man.
Is
Balance
it?
you need balance.
Balance is better than library, dude.
Whatever, but it's old school. It's fine.
I
I'm
guess
okay
you can
with balance.
counterspell balance, I guess.
You can a lot of shit. You can balance is a cool card. I'm just saying, I hate Mind Twist, and I really don't feel that great about winning a library. I feel like the library is harder to play than Mind Twist. The monkey can Mind Twist beat somebody, but yeah. So maybe we need like Biggie rules, just like Tupac. No Mind Twist, no library.
That's
I
cool.
have no idea where this conversation was.
Come on,
East side versus the west side, and actually,
East Coast, West Coast.
we live on the east side.
Come on.
Biggie was like east side represent, like, and then Tupac was the west side.
West
so it
side.
should be the Biggie. Maybe we just call us Eternal Central Smalls, smaller pool selection. Biggie Small. I don't know. I like that idea though, because I don't know. Same
Biggie's
thing with.
dead though. That's the problem.
Wait, so was
Small
Tupac.
problem. Biggie got shot, right? He's dead.
So was Tupac.
Well, true.
I
guess it don't matter.
Yeah, they're both dead. Yeah. Rest in peace.
I don't know who got killed first, but
Dude, that's like the big conspiracy that Tupac's still alive, dude.
He's playing Magic with Post Malone.
True.
True. I really want to call Post Malone out and just have him come to a real old school event that no one gives a shit about.
Dude, no, because then he'll start buying dual lands and stuff. He'll buy all the old cards.
Whatever. We'll send some proxies. He'll be fine.
It's good that he doesn't know about it. It's good that like people that are rich don't know about it. He like had said, if no one can beat my game, me and EDH or whatever. If you win, I'll give you $100 grand. He lost like turn 6, and like the dude had gained 10 life. Like he was just like
some monkey played Mind Twist against him and he lost. Yeah, still Magic, dude. There ain't
30-0.
Man, I watched that stream, and that dude he played just kind of bummed me out. Like it's like he didn't even want to be there. He's like, all right, I'm just whatever.
He had a lot of stress, dude. I didn't watch it. I've not seen the
I mean,
stream.
I get to be.
I
in
would
the
act
stress part,
weird if I'm playing for $100 grand, dude. My hands shake when I'm trying to win like an old school tournament of 4 people. Like
I don't know.
100 grand, dude. I'm gonna be like literally dying, dude.
I'm
like,
trying to
heart
win
attack.
this Sharpie card with a dick on it, dude. It's
Yeah,
like
I'm
my
like
head
shaking to win that. Like, dude, 10 people signed this freaking burnished hero. Like I'm shaking to win this. Yo, okay, now imagine me playing for 100 grand. Okay, dude. Yeah, I would be I would be kind of rude, maybe. Who knows how I would act? I would be having a tough time.
Just forget how to play Magic. Like I don't know what the fuck to do.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I've not seen.
I'd have had a damn good day though, man. I'd have had a good time out there.
Oh yeah.
More bourbon, please.
Yeah.
You could just
be a
take the
post
like.
It's like Brian's too drunk. We're just having Reed Duke do
Like
this.
you can attack and win. I don't give a shit. Keep playing. Take another
The old
turn.
school player that
Whatever, dude. Take a shot. You get to get another turn. I don't care. Just get hammered. It'd be so fun.
Yeah, that's the old school approach to it. It's just get absolutely
this is
wasted,
why
not
you
give
can't
a
hang with
shit.
us, man.
Yep, true.
Well,
I mean,
maybe
I'm sure a lot of
someday.
old school players got more money than freaking Post Malone, honestly. That before dude's got better, more expensive cards than him.
So question, so like if you did go play against Post Malone and you won the thing and they were like, okay, you got 100 grand. And what's the first Magic card you would buy after you got your $100,000 check?
Probably signed Sentinel. I'm bidding on right now for $18.
Yeah, you're bidding against me. What?
No, yeah, probably. Dude, that's
Not the
happened
same
sometimes.
Sentinel.
You and me will be talking about a card like, yeah, I'm bidding on a signed one. This guy keeps like, it's like, we end up like 33 bids. It's just been you and me back and forth. Every time we go to the bathroom,
I'm
we're
getting
just
that
like,
Sentinel, man.
Yeah?
Sentinel's where it's at.
I would outbid my dad on a Sentinel. That's it.
Nah, I mean, shit. If I want 100 grand, I'll probably buy a Lotus of some kind. Yeah, I mean, you have to, right?
I'd
Get
go for
Post
a
Malone.
Summer Soul Ring.
Summer,
Like I've
dude.
always wanted a Summer Soul Ring.
Yeah, I want Summer Personal Incarnation or Sarah Angel. Maybe Summer Magic like Disenchant playset. Dude, that would be too nasty. Lotus would make the most sense though.
I think the most, yeah, that's I'm sensible. I need to resell that shit someday when things get bad. I make bad decisions and get face tattoos. I'm like gonna need to sell that stuff.
I would buy all those new cards behind Jason and then burn them in front of him. That's what I would buy.
You do whatever you wipe your ass with them. I don't care. You bought them.
As long as you buy them.
Yeah, true. Nice. Dominaria. Wow, can of gasoline. All right.
I'm kind of curious to see how that's gonna pan out. Like that new Magic set's got like the Legends pools in it or whatever. Like I've already seen like people open them and it's like, oh look, Infernal Medusa, $80. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
Is that really Infernal
$80?
$80?
No,
This was
it's
badass, man. You gonna ruin my next pick? What the
That
hell?
card's not. How much is that card really worth?
I know it's not $80, but people are opening those like Legends cards. Like, oh, I'm selling this for a fucking boatload.
I'm gonna say $7.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
like
not much.
less than 10. Okay. I was like, wait up, dude. I got all those. Yeah, dude. Most people are getting like $5 cards. I'm sure out of Legends. Okay, $3.
$3.
Oh, that's Italian. No, that's Italian.
Italian. You get four.
Yeah, they're $10.
$10.
$10. Yeah.
$10. I've been watching Tabernacle pretty hard, but it has not dropped in price at all.
It ain't. There'll be a new. There'll just be
It
a
sadly
one.
went up because like everyone is excited about Tabernacle because everyone's talking about Tabernacle. Unfortunately, made the price go higher.
I mean, the few like cards I've seen open are in really good condition. So I mean, they're not going to be like listed on the low end.
Yeah, graded or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rated Tabernacle get $22. Nice.
It is not gonna be $22. Nothing will happen to him.
Yeah, I'm just waiting. You know what's going to happen? Somebody's going to go to Walmart and buy a pack, and they're going to open it up, and they're going to have a Tabernacle, and they're not going to know what it is. They're not going to care what it is, and they're just going to throw it in the binder, and it'll end up in the trash.
I mean, do they sell those special boosters or whatever the hell it is at Walmart though? Or
Yeah, they do.
they do?
Wow. Yeah.
So yeah, a little kid could get a Tabernacle.
Hey, I'm going to fucking Walmart. See you guys. I'm heading down here.
He
Yo,
throws
what if,
away
like-
everything that's not a Legends card? Like fuck all this other stuff.
You're just throwing it all out.
Legends has stuff that EDH players want. What if they in the future do this with like Arabian Nights, where like no one want like Juzam Jin is an awful card compared to New
There's a
Magic.
lot of shit in Arabian Nights. Now I've heard they're gonna do it with revised though. I did hear revised.
I heard that. Yeah.
Which
probably have
makes
a ton
sense.
of
They probably got a
boxes
bunch of
of
revised laying around.
Revised would be pretty sweet because you've got like everybody wants dual lands. Everybody knows what dual land is, right? There's 10 of those bad boys, so
Yeah,
that's kind of cool.
And Wheel of Fortune, what else is expensive and revised? Nothing, right?
Depends on what you
Soul Ring, and I mean, there's some good stuff in there.
depends on
For
what
like
you say is
$20.
expensive. Like you've got
Tabernacle expensive, like $5,000 expensive.
Yeah, I don't think there's any crazy high dollar stuff.
Jin, yeah, there's like nothing too much besides like Underground Sea Volcanic or like 800 or something.
I don't know. They might accidentally put some summer out there.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, we're doing 4th edition. Oh, we sent the wrong ones.
Yeah. Oh, we actually had most of the 1st and 4th edition stuff.
That'd be awesome because yeah, then like literally no one would fucking know what that was. You could give a new EDH player a Summer Magic card and they would be like, dude, I don't care about this at all. Yeah, I'm sure it'll still be a new thing of adding new cards to old cards to new packs for a little bit. I think it's cool.
Yeah, I'm looking at revised. It's a bunch of shit. You can get the bad Serendip.
Yeah,
I mean, the good
man.
Serendip, the green one.
Yeah, there's nothing in there. Just a wheel.
Veteran Bodyguard. Doppelganger's still $31.
Oh yeah.
Wheel, copy artifact. That's.
Oh, there you go.
Mana Vault.
Yeah, Mana Vault's in there.
True.
Yeah.
There is some stuff then.
I mean, it's all about the dual land, but it's not crazy. Yeah, Mana Vault's still $60. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Savannah's $6. Or Savannah line.
Oh, I was like, what the hell?
Sorry, my bad.
But the Mana Vault is probably something. I feel like they're gonna purposely. They probably have so much revised. They're gonna purposely put a lot of like Mana Vaults and stuff like that in there because that's got to be a card EDH players really want, right?
They reprint it every other set.
Oh, really? They reprint them all the time. Okay.
Farmstead's in there for $250.
Damn.
All right,
I'm heading to eBay right now, man.
Oh,
I gotta buy those out.
I got like 800 of them over here.
You gotta, any more dual birds? Because I need another 100 or so. I'm gonna keep playing this freaking anti shit.
I probably do have. I don't know. Let me look. Give me 1 second.
Farmsteads are rare, dude. You don't got too many of those.
I'd like to see, Post Malone buy out Farmstead. I would get so much respect for him if he just bought every Farmstead everywhere he went.
There's like 2 of them. There's one on eBay right now for 600 Alpha Farmstead. That's it.
So each one of these,
is it a rare?
That's what makes it funny. It's like the worst.
Oh, okay.
Each one of these packs is 10, I think, and I got
Dude, you have that many farmsteads?
So many farmsteads.
There's so many farmsteads.
100. It's $250 in
1, 2, 3,
revised
4, 5,
farmstead. Dude, your stocks are gonna plummet when they start adding revised to these.
Yeah, I saw him sweating. I saw like
Yeah.
beads of sweat coming off his head. I'm like, uh-oh.
Got 170 farmsteads, man. That's my retirement.
No, you're screwed, dude. They're putting
Yep.
revised cards.
It's
And
sad
you
that you're
got-
gonna retire homeless.
Yeah.
That's crazy because those are all rares. Like that was like so many. That's 170 kids' dreams destroyed. Their mom buys them a pack of cards. He finally gets it, and he gets that.
You guys have that like one card you just buy every time you see it. That's like whatever.
No, I'm not that much of a
Like what? Give me an example.
damn.
Oh yeah, you're into you like the dark art of the woods. I mean,
Yeah.
I buy
I got 260 Elven Leers.
That's on the reserve list, isn't it? I think
So's
that's a reserve list
Farmstead.
card.
So's Farmstead. All this
Oh
stuff.
wow.
Yeah, all this shit in this box is just like reserve list trash that I've picked up in collections.
Wow.
Yeah, I do feel like the reserve list is bullshit because
Yeah.
there's so many cards. Like, I mean, there's like, even like Birds of Paradise or something. Like an alpha one's $3,000 or $4,000. You can buy one for a couple bucks.
Hell, even the
Yeah.
like revised ones now are like $25-$30.
You just
Yeah.
reprint dual lands, and the dual lands won't change because
Yeah,
We
because
want the
people
old
will want
ones.
the old ones. The new ones will have some fucking weird art with like Selena Gomez flashing on it or some shit. And it's just like, no one wants that. They still want the old
flailing
one.
on it.
And it's like, no, that one's not. We're not reprinting that shit.
Yep.
Yeah, there's so many.
Yeah, there's so much. There's a lot of reserve list stuff that it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's all just. I don't know. If you want to see the worst of the worst in reserve list, just take a look through this box. It's.
And I suppose you could like drive down Gravity Spear or something to like a reasonable price, or Mirror Universe or something. But I mean, I'm cool with it. I would love to see people, the EDH guys ditch their old stuff and buy the new full art foiled.
Yeah, they want foil
vibrate
dual
version or
lands.
whatever. Yeah.
They want the foil dual lands for their deck. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't. Oh, this thing's not a foil old border. Let's get rid of this bullshit.
Yeah, they would get
You
rid
know,
of it.
the old school guys could buy it for like $12 less than they are now. But yeah, there's some crazy cards that like how they have changed in price from like the original sets. I mean, I don't think the reserve list does anything, honestly.
Yeah, because it's just new cards just aren't collectible. New cards are the game.
Yeah, I mean,
Old
even like
cards are the
Personal
collector.
Incarnation or whatever, like it's a cool card that we like. I mean, like there's like a 25-cent version of that thing.
Yeah,
Or an alpha, it's $1,000.
yeah. Because it's collectible. The new cards aren't collectible at all because so many people have them. It's like you don't get shocked when you look at new cards unless I guess they don't do Russian anymore. But you like if you have like a Korean foil or something.
All right, Swords of Plowshare. Alpha is $2,200.
Oh, wow.
It's an uncommon, and you can get like an Ice Age one for like $1 or 25 cents.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's not. It doesn't matter whether it's reserved or
Alpha's
not.
different
It's
though.
just,
Should do beta instead because alpha. We know why alpha is so much. Alpha's like a weird oddity. Like it was like a test run type thing. Because alpha, yeah, obviously that's not going to change with the reserve list. Beta
I think
might
that's
though.
like a good point, and like you mentioned the newer stuff too. Like the newer print runs are so much fucking bigger than they were back then too. Like you have more available.
all right, a beta Dark Ritual is $175.
Yeah.
How many Dark Rituals can you get for like a nickel?
Yeah,
They're everywhere.
5 cents.
You know what I mean? It doesn't matter that it's reserve list. It doesn't matter that it's beta.
Dark Ritual isn't even on the reserve list. They still print
a
that.
fucking beta fog is $23.
Yeah.
I mean,
And that's not on reserve list either though. So that's
I'm
just
just
like
saying,
even
like,
proving,
it's not even reserve list, and
reserve list
still
doesn't
they'll
exist.
give you a fog and a hand job if you buy a pack of like current standard.
Yeah. Just throw in the hand job also.
Beta counterspell. Give me a guess on beta counterspell.
1,000.
$1,800 for a beta card. You know what SH1 cost?
Yeah.
Back to the hand job.
Yeah. Yeah, and
So
then
I
again,
don't know. It
not a
don't matter.
reservist
I mean, it
card,
doesn't
not even a
matter. It's like
reservist
the
card.
old stuff is the old stuff, and it's rare, it's limited. It doesn't matter that it's hard to come by.
Yeah, you see so many. If you go to a Friday Night Magic and you see 40 people playing with new cards, and the one dude that plays an old mountain in his deck, everyone's like, "Whoa, that's weird. You got an old
Like,
card."
whoa, what's that?
The old
Northern
cards are
Paladin,
collected.
$312 for Northern Paladin. No one's
That's
ever
a
heard of
rare
it.
though.
That's what I ran into traveling when I put that little like bullshit commander deck together just to be able to go play as like all the young crowd in that shop. It's like, what the hell is that card? What is that card? What does that do?
Yeah,
It
that
was
sounds annoying to even
weird,
play
man.
the old cards because
Yeah,
they wouldn't
now
know
you know
one
that.
thing. They wouldn't know one thing. True. Yeah, and you're
All
probably
right,
thinking
guys,
like,
we
"This
should
is
call it
obvious."
full
Yeah.
episode, like an hour and 51 minutes. We won't wait long. We need to do this more frequently instead of like
Yeah.
every 2 weeks and go long. But
True. All right, boys.
all right, well, next week,
All right.
or next episode, we'll hit the mailbag because we need to pick a card better than Sentinel if you can find it. We didn't get any old art tonight, unfortunately, but I don't know. It's all right. I think we're good. I
We
think
got
did
into
a good
Lich.
episode.
Lich was that story. That was cool. Like
That
Lich. We got
freaking
into
thing
the
on
Lich
Lich's
art.
hand is weird as shit, dude. I'm gonna have a nightmare about that thing. I'm pretty sure.
It's the black dot he has.
No, it's like an open sore.
Oh, it's his skin falling off.
It's a skin fall. It's the weirdest. Like
Yeah.
this guy is having a bad fucking day, man. Like watch this. Like I mean, you ever had a sore that big on your freaking right in your palm?
I like
Bro,
how he's blinded by his own magic. Like he's in the dark so long. He's like, "Fuck! I hate that I'm casting this spell. It's too
Yeah,
bright."
magic's so
He's
bright
like,
it
"This is
blinds
way
me.
too bright. The spell."
Those are like
I've been
that
jerking
mark
off
on
in the
his
dark for
yeah.
days.
that mark on
Oh,
his
yeah.
hand is totally him jerking it. And
Yeah.
like when
Yeah,
you
it's
I
bony
mean, what
weird.
else does he have to do? He's
Yeah, what
living
else he do?
forever.
He's
He's
so
living
pissed that you
dark.
made him cast the
Yeah.
spell. He's like, my eyes hurt, dude.
Fuck.
He's
that
mad.
sucks. God.
Dude, yo, he's in the tunnel of the magic card tunnel. It looks like he's standing in that same cave in that
I'm
card.
pretty sure he's in a lava tube, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Dude, he's in the
unfortunately,
tunnel.
that's
He's
the
in the
problem. Unfortunately, Lich doesn't work with necropotence.
Yeah, it's like really bad. Would be cool.
No, yeah,
All right.
he's paying a life.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't pay a life that you don't have. So
Oh,
All
wow.
right, guys, let's call it. We'll set up and do another one real soon.
all right.
All right, East Side, Biggie Smalls, out.
Peace out, guys.
Yeah.
East Side Rules coming up. Later.